Shalom, this is Adama from the Inglewood Little Sanctuary Camp. Back with a quick one through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. We'll start off by giving all honor praises to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. I wanted to hit this quick prophecy update. The latest from Adon, is a report in RT titled U.S. Getting Progressively Weaker. Tehran must be ready to take advantage of the shift in global power, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said in a speech to officials. This is indeed biblical prophecy of the so-called Great Babylon, who the world perceives as America, which is the chief nation of the elites. It's their baby, so to speak. The fucking, what they called the New World. When they came over here, raped, robbed, and pillaged the resources and the inhabitants of the land, fucking destroyed them. This is America is the so-called white man's and the elite, and the elites, so-called Jews. The fucking Amalekites, the imposters that stole the true identity of the true Israelites. Those cocksuckers. Their enterprise, what is America, as it said, as they said, was the Bavarian sect of the Illuminati, Adam Weishaupt and all that shit. This was their motherfucking baby, man. What does it say? Our enterprise is successful, going into that Anno et coeptis novus ordo seclorum. And this God-forsaken place, the worst nation, the worst kingdom ever in existence, is being proven as weak. Shameful spewing is being casted upon this fucking place, and its weakness is being seen. Its nakedness, of course, the exposure of all of its crimes, and then the revealing of this place's decadence. That it's not really a strong nation and backed by true resources and wealth. But it's a fucking smoke and mirrors in this place. Fucking gold-plated place that's really rotted out and decayed as a whore's fucking crotch, man. See? So these are more blows to this fucking piece of shit, the true piece of shit nation of America. So to further dismantle this fucking place, see, it says the U.S. is no longer the power it once was and has failed to rally the Arab world against Iran and curtail its nuclear program. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said in a speech to senior officials on Tuesday. And this is huge because a nation's dominance, this blatant nation's dominance, has been fucking the name of the game for the past several hundred years. They've been the big guy on the block, and it's par for the course for this place's destruction, for its image of dominance to be now thrown down. And the more this happens, the more froggy, so to speak, these other nations are gonna get to attack this motherfucker, man. It says facts show that America was weaker under Obama's administration than Bush's administration. The U.S. was weaker under Trump's administration than the way it was under Obama's administration. The U.S. is weaker under Joe Biden's administration than it was under Trump's administration, Khomeini proclaimed, according to Iran's Tasnim news agency. Okay. Khomeini noted that the U.S. has failed to rally its Middle Eastern allies against Iran, declaring that what has happened is the opposite. Aside from wielding considerable influence in Iraq and Syria, Iran recently restored relations with Saudi Arabia following talks brokered by Chinese President Xi Jinping. Although not a formal ally of the U.S., Saudi Arabia has been one of the U.S.'s closest partners in the region for decades and is the world's largest purchaser of American weapons. Now, however, Riyadh has rebuffed Biden's calls to boost oil production and is discussing trading energy in currencies other than the U.S. dollar. Okay, which is another huge fucking blow to the American economy. The only thing propping up the dollar, which is petrol, which is that oil, these other nations transacting in the petrodollar to obtain oil, okay? But now with these other companies divesting from the dollar and the petrodollar, okay, it's going to spell further collapse for this American economy, okay? So this place is being thrown down on every side by al-Bashir al-Shai, all of its fucking allies, former, even nations that formerly allowed you to do what the fuck you did up in their nations and shit. Okay, just because, even though they hated America's guts, but they allowed them to do what they did because any opposition would be met with destruction, which has been the track record of this place. All right, but now it's likened to Obadiah when it says they have laid a wound under thee. All right. Furthermore, the Ayatollah continued the U.S. wanted to put an end to the nuclear program through political pressure and sanctions, but it failed. Okay. At present, the U.S. is reportedly discussing a deal whereby Iran would freeze its enrichment of uranium above 60% in exchange for the sanctions relief. Tehran has rejected the proposal, U.S. news outlet Axios reported on Monday. Okay, so America's fucked. These nations continue to bolster their nuclear arsenals. It's just going to spell for greater destruction on this place. All right, and that's according to biblical prophecy. All these nations are going to be enraged and take pleasure in deploying and launching the weapons of the Most High's indignation. And it also goes into Ezekiel 24, the sword being furbished, okay, so that it may glitter and make a sword destruction. These weapons the destruction capacity for these weapons are being increased. The technological advancements for these missiles, okay, making them maneuverable, highly maneuverable mid-flight, which differentiates a hypersonic missile from ballistic, okay. And there's already reports, countless reports that are coming out, the true proof in the pudding that America's thermonuclear arsenal is not hypersonic yet, and they keep failing hypersonic tests. But China and Russia are already successful, okay, with their hypersonic thermonuclear missile programs, okay, to where their missiles, the propulsion systems, can deliver a payload, a fucking a warhead payload, drop it off to its destination, to a target, okay, and then fly around the fucking world and come back to its destination, okay, and reach its target. So, prophecy is indeed fucking screaming at the top of the rooftops, man. Okay, and it's happening right in succession with the biblical prophetic timeline. America being fucking casted down. All right, World War III, and then ultimately the weapons of the Heavenly Father's indignation being launched to make the sword destruction that it intended. All right, it says, the Ayatollah went on to note the rise of several anti-American governments in Latin America, the declining importance of the dollar in global trade, political chaos in Israel, and the diplomatic consequences of the European Union taking the brunt of the war in Ukraine on Washington's behalf as examples of the U.S.'s waning influence. Okay, I couldn't have explained it better. This is a multi-blow L's that this place is taking. The Spirit and Power of Rabbi Shai fucking casting this place the fuck down, man. It says, in order to take advantage of this opportunity, we must increase our dynamism, initiative, and activities in foreign policy. Okay, so here's these other nations thinking they're going to creep up into that void. But we know that Yahweh Shai Shai is going to prevail. Okay, Yahweh Shai is going to take the proverbial crowns of all the nations, the leaders of all the nations, and he's going to be the ruler of the next government, of the next global regime, okay, under Yahweh. You see, this is in Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay? So these nations that were once deemed as being feeble and not having thermonuclear arsenals, which puts you in a level playing field, okay, which gets you in the fucking door when it comes to this arms race, all right, what they call, a thermonuclear or a nuclear arms race, okay, it brings you to the table to have these weapons, man. And these nations that were deemed as weak or deemed as not being able to be on par when coming to, in regards to that race, okay, that conflict. Though these nations have now obtained arsenals, nuclear arsenals, man. All right, that's why they have been deemed as strong, because the same thing to put you on a level playing field with America is now in their possession. Okay, in the possession of a lot of different players on this world stage, to where it is that phrase, mutual assured destruction. Okay? Now these other fucking nations have the ability to assure destruction upon America and its allies, Israel and all that. Now they have the ability to assure that destruction as well. Okay? So it's an aspect of a level playing field. And that's why these nations are being deemed as strong. Just like this nigga said, it's time for us to creep up into some form of power or dominance or, relevance in the world stage. You see? This is all going to culminate in World War III. It even spoke about these other EU nations fucking pretty much getting on America, right? Going against America because they were forced to take the brunt of this Ukraine-Russia conflict, man. So it's a perfect setup for this place's demise, and we know it's according to the Most High's will. So it's inevitable. These events that are going to take place that is going to completely fucking decimate this place that these people fucking worship, this place that these people fucking pay their homage and everything poured out to. Okay, the Most High is he's gonna wreck shop in this bitch. All right. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down. O Yahweh, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shabbat. For there I'll sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay, so the shit is bubbling up over in that region, all right, of Saudi Arabia, just mentioned, didn't it? Allying with Iran, which formerly was not necessarily was in an alliance with America, but was one of the most America tolerant nations over there. But now they're fucking with America's enemy. Okay. This place is completely fucking done. This is in Isaiah 14 and 10. Are they, it says, all they that speak and say unto thee, all they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? A pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Okay? So it's being known to these nations that this place has become weaker. Okay? The strength and the dominance of this place, of America, has waned significantly. It's plummeted, all right, and not just the image of it, which the image is huge, it's a huge piece of the pie when it comes to the dominance of a place. Okay, is the world's perception of you being dominant, all right. And that's what it was for the longest time. As it pertains to America, but now it's being seen as weak. Okay. Finishing off in Jeremiah 50 and 23, How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Okay, so at one point, as aforementioned, America was a big motherfucker on the block, okay, utterly wasting and destroying nations. And the earth itself, he went through fucking pillaging all the resources of all lands. He pretty much didn't leave anything unturned. Okay, he fucking went to. There's no land masses on this planet that have been unmolested by Esau. The ones that the land masses that are known, I'll say, because we know he can't go and explore all the Amazon jungle. We know he can't go to the depths of the ocean, right? But for the most part, the known, discoverable, I'll say discoverable, okay? Because some of those areas, the Most High has put a block on access to those places. But I'm talking about of the discoverable earth. There's no place where this motherfucker that has been untampered and unmolested by this motherfucker, man. And that's him being the hammer of the whole earth. Okay, and he actually does that. He, in the form of fracturing. When you look at fracking, it goes back to fracking is short for fracturing. He breaks up the fucking earth, right? So that he could extract the oil and different resources from it. But he's destroying it in the process. So there's going to be come a time when this fucking demon, this creature that is contrary to all life, is going to be fucking put down, man, and destroyed. And it's starting with him becoming desolate, okay, among the nations. All right? We're in the starting process of the desolation of the great Babylon, man. All right? And as we go into it, starts with the shameful spewing. Like it says, anything like that, destruction, it comes spiritual first, okay? Through the mouth of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, and that's what we're witnessing. Okay, and it's only gonna continue to pick up steam and momentum in the destruction of this place, man. So with that, all honor, praises, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Akakadash.